More things that don't make sense to me. If I give you my card, you take the money out immediately. If I need a refund, it takes 3 to 5 business days, sometimes even longer to process. Why can't you just give me it back immediately? If you add things onto something like at a restaurant, oh, I want avocado, that's going to be $1 extra. But if you take 4 things off, it doesn't make the price any less. So if I add something, it adds money, but if it takes something off, it doesn't take away money. That to me doesn't make any sense. Health insurance. I mean, insurance in general, really. Any insurance makes absolutely no sense to me. So if I pay out of pocket, it's $150. If I go through my insurance, it's going to be $350 because the insurance premium makes it this much more, and then I have to pay a percentage off of that. So really, it's going to be cheaper if I just pay in cash. That makes no sense to me. Hospital bills make no sense to me. How is one Tylenol $300, but I can go to the store and buy a bottle of Tylenol for like $8? And like, I know you're gonna say like, oh, it's doctors, this, that, whatever. $300 for a Tylenol? I don't care who you are. 2 Tylenols? $300? Unless Jesus himself came down and gave me this Tylenol, it is not worth $300.
Good people, you see, thanks for watching again up to this far. Is that wonderful human that was talking about beauty and how it took her time to be beautiful? You see, that doesn't matter. Myself had to remove these goggles to confirm how she is because she just looked amazingly beautiful. You see? And it's very not nice imagining that people could don't look on others because of their looks. You see? That's not nice. Nobody chose to be made the way they were made. We are all made in the image and likeness of the Creator. You see, we should appreciate everybody for just being people. Good vibes, man. Hit the like button and watch till the end. No one is angry.
Marry an older man or date an older man. This has been really well known and documented in the Eastern world. American people don't understand this. Western people don't get this, and I don't know why. But you need to wake up, okay? Men are spiritually, emotionally, and physically 7 to 8 years younger than you if you are the same age. So I'm 40, so a 40-year-old man and me, we're not the same age. Emotionally, physically, and spiritually, we are not the same age. So if I was to marry someone who was 40, the same age as me, he would actually be about 32. And can you already see what the problem would be there? I would be trying to go right and he would be trying to go left because we're not on the same page. Now there's some women, very few I've met in my 10 years of doing this with you guys and in my own personal life that can marry someone their same age, a couple of years older or younger, and pull this off. But if you're in that situation, you pretty much have to lay down and play dead to get that to work. When my daughter was little, if she didn't want to go somewhere or she didn't want to leave somewhere, she would turn into what I would call Lucy Noodle. She would get all noodly and you would have to pretty much just like drag her out of there. Like you'd have to pick her up. That's how you're going to have to be if you want to make that work. So for those of you guys that are in fake relationships with no status and you're pretending to play wife, but you're not wife, right? And he's the same age, like you should be even less interested in that relationship. So if you are over the age of 22, you don't date in the 20s. If you're over the age of 32, you don't date in the 30s. If you are over the age of 42, you do not date in your 40s. The men should not be in that decade, and you'll be all right. It is just easier for men and for you to be in that protector, provider role because that's what we have done for the most part of our human history, and it just works better. It works better because now you're not having to train a child how to love you. The other thing that it's like quite interesting to watch play out here in the United States and all of the literature. You guys know this is what I studied in school and I've spent decades studying this stuff, is that all of the literature around marriage and counseling and all of that is around how you can train someone to act like they love you instead of knowing how to have that gut level reaction from them where they can't live without you. They worship the ground that they walk on. It's just like you say this and then I'll say this and then I'll do this and you do this and this is what loves look like and this is how we do this. And it's like it's like all surface level training. You can train him to behave a certain way if you threaten him enough and take him to therapy enough. But you know that it's not like that gut level reaction. You know it because that feels very different. You don't have to drag someone to that. You know it. You know that.
Please love and respect to everybody.
Please understand what I'm about to show you is not meant to embarrass anyone who is in the geological field, a scientist, or a strong proponent of atheistic evolution. Let me show you. This right here is from a sewer or water pipe in Karlovy Vary in the Czech Republic. For 70 years, water goes through this, and friends, that is aragonite. It's a mineral that turned into stone. May I prove it? If the Earth is billions of years old and rocks are hundreds of million years old, how is it that we can see this naturally forming in nature, although it being a iron pipe, an accumulation of 3/4 of an inch within 70 to 80 years of water just naturally flowing? Doesn't it suggest that rock can form quickly and
Oh my god, that's creepy. Chasing the sun, east to west, oh my god, This was some guy here that was interested in chasing the sun. Oh, is this somebody's job or what's up? Is this some hobby? He just wanted to do it out of curiosity? Or is it work? You mean some guys just working to chase the sun or the moon? Oh, this is great. I wonder what's up, man. Did they reach for the sun? Probably not. Because you see, like my geography teacher told me, when you try to go near the sun, just a few kilometers towards it and it's deal done for you. You are melted stuff. Now you see someone here was trying to chase the sun and I wonder, my geography teacher could have dealt with this person severely because it's insane. It's like risking your life. Oh. What do you think? Or maybe the sun is not as I was told by my geography teacher. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. You see, maybe there was some misunderstanding somewhere, or maybe I'm the one who did not understand stuff. Maybe you were told otherwise. Oh my god. I keep watching, man. And this is a pretty interesting job. Chasing the sun. Why did you really, why did you scare me, man? Oh my god. Wow. Anyway, I don't know, man, but make it make sense. Furthermore, the distance that I was told the sun is, even trying to chase it is in, it's just like playing some guitar to the tree. Most probably it cannot hear, but you'll just be doing it anyway. Do you think these guys can chase the sun and reach it? Oh, I'd like to know. The sun is very far. According to how I was told, the sun is very, very far. And but if you just start going towards the sun, most probably you will reach it when you are old. If you are someone like me, you will reach it when you are extremely old. But these guys are chasing the sun. What is this lifetime video? Please share your thoughts on this. This is incredible. Guys, thanks for watching up to this far, man. You see? You allow me and respect me. And your support means the world to us. That gesture of watching, hitting the like button, and sometimes leaving a comment, you see, is some good gesture. And we pray and wish the universe will always reward you incredibly. You see? Good vibes, man. Spread love and caring to those around you and the universe at large. And unity, so that one day we can be all one people, you see? So I told you, chasing the sun is a very hard job. My geography teacher had told me this. Now I'm not surprised these guys didn't catch it. Why do you think they caught the sun? It would have been news all over. Thanks for watching, man. Oh. They were playing hide and seek and the dog found the best way to hide. I see. Well, these animals are very intelligent. Oh, yeah. Oh. If I can't see you, you can't see me.
Do this one thing before you go to sleep at night to strengthen your connection to spirit. Warning, this works fast. Now you need to do this just before you go to sleep, so make sure you hit the save button. That way you can come back to it later. And if you want to discover more ways of connecting to spirit, head on over to my group, Your Psychic Abilities Unlocked. So just as you're getting settled and ready to go to sleep, get yourself nice and relaxed and place your hand over your heart just like this and take a few deep breaths in and out. And now repeat this. I am open, willing and ready to receive all the guidance, inspiration and signs from Spirit and my spirit guides. I am open to receive messages and insights in my dream state. And whenever I receive one or many of these signs, I will instantly be filled with a knowing that this is from Spirit. So let me know in the comments what you get. What signs are you receiving from Spirit?
Mobile for forward power bank. Let's see. What is this guy making? Some toy car or what? This is very interesting. Let's see. Oh. But how will you control it even when you make it? It will just be going straight, and will there be a way to control it? Maybe to move to the side, to the left. How does it work? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, it's working. It looks pretty cool.
December 31st, it is not the new year. Oh, it is the end of what we all operate with in terms of a calendar year. But it's not the end of the year. As a matter of fact, the end of the year, or when the new year truly begins, is when the sun enters into the 41st gate of decrease, the initiating codon, the place in the wheel in which the process of every year is initiated. The sun will get there on January 22nd. This is not the end of a year. Those people who are going to go out and, have all kinds of expectations that they're leaving something behind and can start something new, are not starting anything new on fertile ground. Oh, it's all right to go out and party after all. Nothing wrong with a good party. But it's really something to set yourself up psychologically to think that you've come to the end of something that you have not come to the end of. Be patient. There's a time to celebrate the coming of the new year. But more importantly is the way you finish this old cycle and complete it and take it to its rightful end. So, no Happy New Year from me. Until next time.
Have you ever asked yourself if we're living in an alternate dimension or a parallel dimension of some sort? Well, maybe we are. If you remember the evil witch in the Disney movie saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, you're from a parallel dimension," this is evidence. Check this out. This is crazy.
So I need to weigh in on the Snow White Mandela effect. Now, some of us remember it as the evil witch or evil queen going to the mirror and saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" But apparently the Mandela effect is that she always said, "Magic mirror on the wall." Now, I don't believe that to be true. I call horseshit. I know it was mirror, mirror. but I've been looking for videos that says mirror, mirror, and I can't find one. So I found this one from 9 years ago. And listen to what it says.
Okay, so I started researching the topic and, going crazy about it, and I found this video. Check this out.
What wouldst thou know, my queen?
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
I mean, what? Magic mirror on the wall? She never said mirror, mirror on the wall. I didn't find any video of her saying mirror, mirror on the wall, but I remember her saying mirror, mirror on the wall. So this woman goes on and actually shows evidence.
I heard magic mirror too.
Check this out.
Are we in a parallel universe? Right, but now I remember. It was mirror, mirror on the wall because I had a book when I was a little girl. It was my favorite book in the entire world. It's a Disney book that had all of the stories, all the Disney stories written out. And I used to read this book obsessively when I was little. And I still have it. Now, I was little, like 40 years ago. So this book is 4 decades old. Watch. Treasure of Children's Classics. And 1978. Okay, that's how old this book is. 1978, people. Here is the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Mirror, mirror on the wall. And for those thinking, oh, maybe it's a typo. Wrong, because look at this. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh my god! Oh, what do you believe? Oh, yeah. You see myself, I think I also had something like that mirror on the wall. Now this is mind-boggling. Please share your thoughts on that. Oh my god. And now on some places here, like just in those Disney books, there's some guy here who is a wizard and has powers like he's moving water. Oh my god. This looks like those... Whoa, who is this guy? Is this Moses? Awesome! Wow, this is crazy! Wow! With some waterbender stuff like that. Who is this guy? Oh, looks pretty old with some weird looking stuff here that he's holding. And he's doing stuff with his hands and he's pushing water. Oh my god! What is this? Oh! Is this true? Is this witchcraft or magic? Oh. Anyway, much love to all people, man. This wonderful human is doing incredible stuff. I'm surprised.
We need to talk. A woman named Laura Aboli, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right, made a speech at a conference. It's the 2023 Better Way Conference. I had never heard of it, but I seen this circulating through TikTok, and it was very interesting. I will show you the clip. I did show it a couple days ago, but it didn't get much traction. But I'll try again. I think everybody needs to listen to what she says. I think she puts it in terms that are perfectly explained, breaks everything down. For anybody that's confused, says it way better than I could ever describe it. And listen really closely, because this is where we're at.
Make no mistake. The final goal is to eradicate humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in mega cities and away from nature, toxic food, air and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism as the new religion. And I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Masculinity is under attack psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women. And children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion of human identity, our gender.
Oh my God! Huh. Oh my.
This is a picture of the universe. This is actually a picture of the night sky. If any of you are interested in astronomy, that thing up there is the constellation of Orion that you can always see in the winter sky. But I want to I want you to focus on a piece of sky that's somewhere around here. I'm going to zoom in on it now. It's a piece of sky that you would cover if you took a 5p piece and held it about 25 metres away. So imagine taking a 5p piece and putting it 25 metres away over a tiny piece of sky. Well, a few years ago now, the Hubble Space Telescope, which is in orbit around the Earth, turned its gaze to that tiny piece of sky, the 5p piece bit of sky, and took a picture. It opened its camera shutter for thousands and thousands and thousands of seconds and just gathered the light from that piece of sky. It was deliberately chosen because it's a dull, uninteresting piece of sky. Actually, from the surface of the Earth, you would see virtually nothing in it at all. But this is the picture that Hubble took, and you see that it's anything but.
See how fast it goes? It's just like, let's go, look, oh man.
Yeah! This is incredible. This is history. Ian, what'd you think? Oh, this is right, man.
It's spread, it's spread. Let's go!
So crazy. Amazing, amazing.
No way!
Where's it coming back to land? Over here?
What does it feel like to die? Is it painful? What is it like? In this next case of Between Death and Life by Dolores Cannon, a soul describes exactly what it feels like as the body dies, and surprisingly, whether or not the soul feels the death of the body. This is hands down the most comforting case in probably all the books that I have ever read from past life regressions, because personally, this is the one thing that has always scared me the most, is like, does it hurt to die? And when we've had loved ones that have died in really traumatic and painful ways, the thought of them going through that pain just kills us. But this case actually is so redemptive. Just listen. Dolores says, in another case, I was speaking to a man who had just died in an avalanche. I asked him what it was like to die. S. Have you ever dived into a deep pool to where it's dark and murky at the bottom? As you come back up towards the surface of the water, it gets lighter and lighter. Then when you break through the surface of the water, there's sunlight all around. Death was like that. Dolores, do you think it was like that because of the way you died, with the rocks falling on you? S. No, it was like that because I was going from the physical plane to the spiritual plane. As I left my body, it was like coming up through the pool. Then when I reached the spiritual plane, it was like breaking through the surface of the water and coming out into sunlight. If you die in an accident, physically it is painful just before you lose consciousness of the physical plane because your body has been injured. But after you lose consciousness, it is very easy and natural. It's as natural as anything else in life. Making love, walking, running, swimming. It's just another part of life. There's no such thing as dying. You just go on to a different stage of your life. Dying is pleasant. If people are worried about it, tell them to go to a place in a river that has a deep pool. Tell them to dive down to the bottom of the pool, and then at the bottom, push up vigorously with their feet and come plunging up to the surface. Tell them it's like that. Dolores, I think many people are worried that death will be painful. S. Death is not painful unless you have need of pain. For the most part, there is no pain unless it is wished for. It can be extremely painful if you wish it to be, or if you feel you have need of it in order to teach you a lesson. But you can separate yourself from that at all times. And this is available no matter how connected you are with what is going on. It is available to everyone, the separation of the body and soul during this time of pain. Dolores, but the actual death itself, the leaving of the body, is that painful? S. No. The transition is one of ease rather than duress. Pain comes from the body. The spirit feels no pain except remorse. That's really the only pain that a spirit can feel, a feeling that they could have done something more. That this is painful, but the physical pain no longer has meaning because that was left with the body. Dolores, is it possible to leave the body before actual death occurs and let the body suffer the pain? S. Yes. The person has that choice, whether or not they want to stay there and go through it, or if they want to leave and just watch. That is an option that is open to everyone. Dolores, I personally think it would be easier, especially if it was going to be a traumatic death. S. This is always up to the individual. She continues on with a really interesting anecdote. She says, in my work, I have come across examples of this. In one regression, a young woman was being burned at the stake for her beliefs while the whole town watched. She was terrified, but was also very angry at the bigoted people who were responsible for this. As the flames leaped higher, she decided that she would not give them the satisfaction of seeing her suffer. So she left the body and watched from a hovering position above the scene. There, much to her chagrin and aggravation, she saw her body screaming as it went through the agonies of burning to death. In this case, it was very obvious that the body and the spirit were two separate things. I think it would be very reassuring and comforting to people who have lost loved ones in a violent, horrible way to know that they probably did not even experience the most traumatic part of the death. It makes a great deal of sense to realize that the spirit would not want to remain in the body and experience all that pain. Therefore, the spirit removes itself, and the body is merely reacting spontaneously, much in the same way that we react when we cut or burn ourselves accidentally. We yell and pull our hand away. This is not a conscious reaction, but an involuntary one. Thus, it would appear that during a horrible death, the body is merely reacting, while the real personality and spirit has vacated and is watching from the sidelines.
Yo, good people. You see, like always, as you always say, your comments means a lot and helps in review this channel. Please, with all those videos that has passed, leave one there and tell us what you think about them. Have you learned something or anything like that? Have you laughed? You see? But now there is a video that has passed there with some rocket of people saying it can go to Mars, and it really makes me wonder all the time when I see people trying to go to space or to another planet. What would you go there to do? I believe charity begins at home. Whatever it is you want to go and do out there, let's first settle what's with us here by sharing love, caring, and good vibes and unity. That way, if we are all one, we can even send now representatives from all over the world to go there and check. Now, if everything is cool, they can tell us and we go now as our own people. You see? Let's send love out there, guys. What do you think about going to space? Much love to you. You are loved and respected. One day on my way to work, I expected a friend. He was hungry, but this guy had nothing to eat. So what do? So he came back the next day, and this wonderful animal here was still alone, and it's like they was looking for their mom. But this animal recognized that guy because previously they had shared some compassion and good vibes, and the animal definitely remembers those gestures. You see, when they came to meet this guy, but today this guy had brought some food. This is incredible, man. And you see, from the way this animal is eating, it was horribly hungry. You see, please, guys, do some good gesture whenever you can. Send love and caring to everybody. To humans, to the universe, to animals, everybody, man. That way we can live in peace, harmony, and good vibes. And the universe will always reward us. What do you think? You see, this guy filled with good vibes and love. Wow, this is incredible. Much love to everybody doing good stuff, man. Make sure every day before you sleep, you have done some good deeds. You see? This animal is beautiful here. And this guy wants to help me to get out of the hole. This is incredible. This is how we humans should also be helping each other. You see, in life there are different types of holes. Not just literary holes, but emotional, you see, financial. You can help someone by pulling them out of the hole where you can. You see, help people. Small helps may amount to a big help, which is good vibes. You see? And you, when you are helped out there, please be thankful and say thank you. You see, that way good vibes can spread all over, man. Like, thanks to those guys there hitting the super thanks. Some few guys that have been touched and they feel like we did the super thanks. God bless you, and the universe may reward you generously. Even to those guys watching and leaving some comments there, it's still incredible and good vibes, you see? And maybe
Unexplained things caught on camera. This is not edited. This is right out of this guy's camera. He's on a jet ski going 60 miles an hour and the water is completely like frozen in time. It does not look like he's moving at all unless you look behind him. It's completely flat and still.
Oh, was that guy really moving? Huh? Oh my god. Oh. Mysteria has some. Oh! Oh my god! That animal was breathing what flat!
Matter of fact, check the video out right now.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth!
Could have been a carrot in that dress, but I guess you brought pumpkins back in season tonight. Good thing there's no fairy godmother around. You'd be carting Cinderella off to the ball. Oh, what's this? A light Elijah taking the stage. Wow. Elijah Lewis just slapped the heck out of me.
Don't you ever talk about my wife that way.
Relax, my friend. It was just a joke. I'm a comedian, Elijah. You know how it is. No disrespect, Angela. You're gorgeous.
I said keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Alright, now that you watched the video.
Oh my god. Ah! That's peculiar. Ah! You mean all these things we see here, this brand and scripted? No, not everyone, because here we don't script things. And we intend setting love genuinely, unconditional love and good vibes, and peace and all that. Good attributes of humans. Look at this cat. This cat looks like someone in some ways. Ha! Oh my god. And what's up with this dog, man? It's like this dog is freaked out. What? Ah, yeah. Look at this other dog here from some place. Is this normal for dogs? Ah, look at the mirror there and the dog. The reflection is different from what the dog is doing. Oh my god. This is something that can blow your mind, man. Is this normal? What? Oh my... Wait a minute. Yeah. What is that? You know, these are the very peculiar stuff and they really make me wonder sometimes, what's up with this
Record yourself before and after Googling why were chainsaws invented.
Now, what kind of a simpleton would actually go through Googling something like that? What were chainsaws invented for? Oh, dear God. Oh, people of history, shame on you. What were you doing? We are the most savage mammals that exist on this planet because at least the rest of the mammals of the world will just eat each other. But we instead look at a scenario when we create some sort of device that's supposed to be helpful, but it's completely counterintuitive. Do you have no conscience? Can you not see the damage that you're doing, people? Don't Google it. Whoever you are, don't Google it. I promise it's 100% not there for chopping down wood. Oh, God, the humanity of it all.
Oh my god. Ah. Oh, I'm now curious. Oh my god. Makes me now wonder. Anyway,
We're going to start by grating the frozen chicken.
Hold on a minute. Grating the chicken breast? It's frozen.
This would look like when you're done.
Yeah,
Take our
what are you
shredded
doing?
chicken and let it
Okay.
transfer to a bowl.
Any fat in there?
Here, we're going to
Egg?
add some salt,
Okay.
a little bit of pepper,
Right,
a
good
little bit of
seasoning.
Italian
Where are we going with
a
this
little
thing?
bit of garlic powder.
What's this dish
A
called?
little bit of breadcrumbs.
Okay,
Mix all this
breadcrumbs.
together.
So-
Once you're done mixing, you want to mold it together almost like a ham
Oh,
patty.
like you do a chicken burger.
wrap,
Gotcha.
place it
Hold
over
on.
your
What are you doing with
bowl.
that now?
We want to place it
Serrano.
inside our bowl.
What?
Take our chicken. We're going to place it into our bowl.
What?
You want to mold that to the bowl.
Mold it to the bowl?
Over the saran wrap.
Moldy bowl?
Each side.
Where's it going next?
Nice and tight. Now, once
Yep.
that's wrapped, we want to place it into the freezer for about an hour.
In the freezer for an hour?
Oh,
Oh, okay. That looks like a hockey
flour.
puck for giants.
Want to coat that.
Flour.
All right, goes into our egg now.
Egg. Hold on a minute. You're not frying that thing, are you?
Our breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. Look at the size of that thing. How many chicken are in there? It goes in the oven. Oh, it's going to come out all anemic and looking weird.
30 minutes. Take a look.
It looks like a loaf of bread.
Wow. All right, we're just
What?
gonna cut this in half now.
Cut it in half.
Cut it nice and
Look how dry that thing is.
slow. All
What
right,
are you
you
doing?
ready? That looks just like bread.
Door opener?
All right, I'm gonna grab some mayo here.
A door wedge, a book wedge, mayonnaise?
Some burgers.
Hold on a minute.
Place some cheese.
A chicken
Place
beef
another
burger. Oh, stop it. Another burger.
ketchup, one
Girl,
more
you've lost the
cheese.
plot.
I'm gonna add some
Who in the hell's eating that thing? Because you need a freaking medal.
There you go. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. Lovely.
I ended up figuring out that the casinos cheat. They cheat in ways that most people are unaware of. And I reversed their cheats and I became one of Vegas's biggest winners of all time.
How long did that go on?
It took 3 years of gambling, specifically in Las Vegas, before I got banned from 95% of the casinos in the world.
How did they ban you?
It came in all different ways. Some of them made up crazy stories. Some of them told me outright. They'll wait till I show up. It'll be the first time I ever came to that particular casino. And when I get there, I get met with security and they go, you're a sharp player, you're an advantage player, and we're not going to take your business.
How much do you think you won?
It was calculated something in the realm of $32 million.
In 3 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's just from specifically the Las Vegas casinos. I play a lot of games in private settings as well. In the beginning, they thought that it's impossible unless I'm cheating. So they go, he's just hot right now. He's lucky. Keep him coming back. Give him a private jet. Give him the Rolls Royce. Give him the Maybach. Keep him happy. And eventually he'll lose it all back and then some. And slowly they go, well, he's not losing it back, so he must be cheating. We got to keep him.
What was your game?
I won the most amount of money playing Baccarat. But it's probably only because they let me bet the most. They let me bet $250,000 a hand in Baccarat.
Hoping that you would lose quick.
Yeah, lose bigger, faster, and harder. Yeah. But I won more, faster, and harder.
Oh my god! Ha! How could that guy did do that? You see myself, I don't believe in gambling. Woo!